Okay, so welcome back to the Resident Evil Outbreak playthrough. I'm your host, Chad Marco. Let me get some water. Good. So we are doing the final scenario. So I gotta think, who do I use for the final one? I was thinking about Yoko, but you know, when I really think about it, I don't like Yoko. I don't. I don't like Yoko. It's just the fact that she has 8 item slots, but she's so fragile, you know? I mean, she's so extremely fragile. I was thinking about doing Alyssa again, but then that kind of breaks up the trend of using a different character for every scenario. Definitely not these two. I already used these two. I'm thinking between David and Yoko. David and Yoko. Damn. David is cool, but it's like if you pick David, you're gonna be babysitting Yoko and Cindy, I believe, because they pre-select which characters are gonna be your AI partners for every scenario, basically, which really sucks because in the second one you can pick your own team, basically. It'll be a lot more useful if you could do that here, because I would just pick right, just go. I don't care what anybody says. Why would you go for anybody but these two? Get 2 soldiers with you, right? Because even if they're dumb, they both start with guns and they have good HP, so they can make those dumb AI mistakes and still survive, right? Unlike Yoko, you get paired with Yoko and you're babysitting her the whole time because she's just burning through healing items. But you know what? I'm gonna pick Yoko. I'm gonna go for Yoko because the level is the university, and like I said before, she's like a glass cannon, and it's nice not having to worry about space. But we're definitely going for the Type C outfit. Yeah. We are definitely going for the coon tonight. But I've been playing quite a bit of David lately, and I do like him. He's cool. Like kind of like Alyssa, he has like a like situational ability where he can create like unique weapons like spears and stun rods. But again, it depends on the level and what type of materials are available to you to make those weapons, right? So you can't make the stun rod in the first scenario.
Should be important becomes overshadowed by greed.
Or the second one, or the third one.
Ridiculous.
But you can make like a makeshift flamethrower out of pesticide spray and a lighter in the first. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's situational.
Is enough.
Bootleg tyrant. Why do they all have the heart outside of their body? But I think, oh yeah, also David has a knife in his like toolkit, so he always has a weapon with him, a melee weapon, and he can do like this 3-hit combo with it too.
This place too. What?
Dear George, I have vital information about the current city crisis which only you will understand. I'm waiting at the university. Please contact me as soon as possible. Peter Jenkins.
Peter Jenkins.
This is Raccoon University. Why there?
Good question. But I think outside of the weapons he can make and the knife, one of my favorite things about David is he can throw wrenches. He only has 12, but he can throw wrenches, and as far as I understand, no matter what difficulty you're playing on, when you hit a zombie with a wrench, it knocks them down automatically every time. So essentially, he has the best like. Look at the outfit, the school, the gym class, the Japanese gym class outfit. Oh god, I had to. But because different characters do have like those type of offensive abilities outside of like finding a weapon. But David easily has the best one. Now, of course, I guess you could say a wrench is a weapon. He's using it as a weapon, but it's not like a pickup weapon that everybody can use. It's in his tool belt. And it's kind of like how Kevin has his kick, Alyssa has her dodge, Mark has his go. Like, and this is what Yoko has, by the way. Right? It's kind of like a dodge, but it puts more distance between you and the zombie. But every character kind of has like a move, a move where outside of the weapons that you find, it allows you to deal with zombies in a different way. And David's wrench throw is basically that, and I think it's the best one in the game, to be honest with you. Because it automatically knocks the enemies down every time. It's a guaranteed knockdown, basically. The only downside is that you have a limited number of them. You only have like 12, but if you had an infinite number or more than that, it would probably just be broken. Because it really is like a get out of jail. It's a get out of jail free card like no other no other ability, as far as like, again, the little maneuvers that they have to deal with zombies. Kevin's kick, Mark's guard, Jim's play dead. Well, Jim's play dead is up there too. I've seen Carcinogen do amazing things with that, but it's not very fun to play that way, I would imagine. I have this code written down too. It's 10.5. Oh, I forgot. You got to turn it on, actually. The only reason I'm playing Yoko is because I just got this outfit.
Hey!
It's cute too. Little pigtails. Let me see.
What's this
Oh, hold
used
up.
for?
I fucked up.
Huh.
But at the same time, it's you can have that. It's always nice not having to worry so much about inventory space.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Like I said, I always call her the glass cannon. Least HP in the game, but having those extra spaces, like especially on normal. Oh God.
Uh-huh. Did you find anything?
It's just it's so powerful.
Don't know what to do.
Because it's like any stage where there's plenty of like weapons, she never has to concern herself with like not being able to carry everything. Like, she can have an arsenal and some health items and the key items, right? That's why I call her the glass cannon. But let me tell you, that glass is definitely fragile.
Hey there.
You do not want to get hit with her. So this stage is very interesting.
Did you find
Hold up, aim checking. Okay. There we go. This stage is very interesting. So essentially the key to this stage, once you are able to activate the elevator so that it can take you to the lower levels of the university, there are basically two routes that you can take. Because you have to create this daylight serum, right? Which requires 3 ingredients. And you get 2 of the ingredients. You get 2 of the ingredients by taking each of the 2 routes in the lower levels of the university, right? The like lab areas and whatnot. And then you get the 3rd one by knocking down that big black man tyrant that you saw in the opening scene. In fact, probably can show it to you now. Like, you have to lure the tyrant right here and then shock him. And then, look at this guy. Desperate. Sit down, bitch. Okay. But yeah, you gotta lure the tyrant to one of those like dangling wires and shock him with it. And then you can take the blood sample from him. And with those 3 ingredients, you can create the daylight serum.
We have to go.
But now here's where it gets interesting. The first 2 ingredients, when you're playing in single play, you only have to go get 1 because, you know, praise Capcom for being fair. They know that this game was meant to be played with multiple humans. And so it's scripted so that one of your AI partners is going to go the route that you don't take. So if you take the first route, the AI partner will take the second route. If you take the second route, the AI partner will take the first route. And so once you finish finding, once you finish finding whatever ingredient that you went for, oh shit. Oh my god, he's getting wrecked.
Excuse me.
You have a knife, dude. Like, at least try to use it. Shit. Yeah, I gave it to you for a reason. And the kick. Kick that bitch. Do something, damn. Let me just go ahead and finish this guy.
Here's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, whatever route that you don't take, the AI partner is going to take another one. It's going to take the other one. And see, me, I always take what I call the first route, which is where you have to deal with the poisonous wasps. But it's a cakewalk compared to the second route, where you have to deal with the hunters. And they're not just regular hunters.
Hey there.
They're like these new hunters that are like almost like amphibian. They're like these amphibian hunters that can swim. And so, you know, they're not too difficult to deal with when they're on the ground. But if they catch you in the water, I believe they can instantly kill you by like eating you. So compared to the wasp, which will just poison you,
Did you find anything?
you know, that's a lot more troublesome. There was a handgun here one time. What the hell happened? That was on hard though. So whenever I play this stage, I always take the first route because the second route is, from what I, in my opinion, based on what I understand about it, is significantly more difficult. And it's not just the hunters. It's like, okay, so here's the other thing too. When you find the ingredient to the daylight serum in the first route, right? You just pick it up and go. In the second route, it's not complete yet because you have to put it in a special case where air can't get to it, because when it's exposed to air, it basically destroys that particular that particular compound. So you have to put it in a special case or something so that air can't get to it. So you can't just pick it up and go like you can with the other. What the fuck? Oh shit.
Hey! Here, let me help you.
I froze up there because I was trying to decide which door I needed to go through. Kind of fucked up there. I'm guaranteed to be in yellow caution already off that one hit. Yep. Glass cannon, baby. Yeah, I completely froze up there because I was trying to think like which way I was supposed to go. I always forget because you want to go this way first. Let me give this gun to Kevin because I'm sure he's out of ammo with his special handgun. And I got another handgun right here. Everybody's happy. But yeah, the second route is, oh man, like between the hunters and the the fact that you can't just pick up the ingredient and dip out, you gotta actually like, it's extra steps to it. But also this is another thing too. So in the second route, there are like respawning zombies. Now that's nothing new. You know, we already know you deal with that sometimes.
Here's what I'm thinking.
But it's the specific placement of the zombies that's problematic. I had a lot of, because when I was playing on hard, you know, I decided to go, like, I had like something weird happen, right, where the partner character died somehow before they were able to complete the objective of getting the second ingredient from the second route, right? So, you know, I say, you know what, I'll just go ahead and go down there and get it myself. I don't know what happened. Normally, like, I never had that happen, right, where they died before completing the objective. I don't know what the fuck happened, right? And like, if they happen to die before you start doing those objectives, then the other partner, they'll just go ahead and do it. So you'll be alone doing the first route while they do the second route. But if the third character is still alive when you start the objectives, then the second character will accompany you on the first route, while the third character will take the second route alone. But every time that I've played, they always made it back, right? They never died while trying to do the objective. But this time, that seemed to be the case, because I couldn't find them after I got done with the first route. So that's why I ended up attempting the second route, even though I tend to avoid it at all costs. And so I was like, damn, like it was worse than I thought, because what I didn't expect to be difficult about it was this particular area where there are zombies that are respawning, right? Iframes, by the way. But yeah, there's an area where zombies are occupying, and of course you knock them down, they respawn not long after. But it's not that, it's the placement of the zombies in that area is very difficult to deal with. It's kind of hard to explain, but it just kind of seemed like no matter what, whenever you would enter a new room or something or exit, there'd be a zombie like very close. And that was the issue. That was one of the biggest issues I had trying to take that second route. And I got so annoyed that I didn't even finish it. I was like, fuck it. I think I only did the second route like one time. And I think it was because I didn't know that at that point I didn't understand that the AI was scripted to do certain objectives for you. That's the only reason I did it, I think. I'm going to give him the rest of these bullets here, hoping that he's the one that accompanies me. When we actually go do the first route. Not that I need him, to be honest. He'll probably get in the way. But yeah, as you know, when you start any stage, you have two AI partners with you in single play. And if one of them dies in this stage before you start doing the ingredient collecting objectives, then instead of you having somebody with you when you try to collect the first or second ingredient, they'll go get the other one. But as long as the other person is still alive, then me and Kevin will go get the first one and they'll get the second. But based on what happened last time, they could die while attempting to get it. So, but that only happened one time. I was like, damn, where they at? Because usually they'll meet you in like the same area every time. You go do the first objective, they do the second, and then you guys meet up like usually by the elevator where George is like slumped over, not dead, but just kind of distraught about something.
Hey there.
Okay, so almost done with the first part of this scenario. As you can see, I was basically just collecting the red and blue gems that you see there. You get the red and blue gems and you put it into the eyes of the moose head behind the stairway, and it allows you to get into like this secret office area of Peter Jenkins, and he has these memos laying around basically telling you about the daylight serum, which is essentially it's a cure for the T-virus, but you got to get the ingredients. And he also leaves a memo that allows you to complete the code to activate the elevator's functionality to get to the lower levels. So now we're gonna put the jewels in the moose head. Oh boy, things you thought you would never say out loud in real life. We're gonna put the jewels in the moose head. Red jewel, blue jewel, there we go. Right on time too, because a zombie just bust in here. But yeah, I know that first part by heart. I know that I know that part like the back of my head, like the back of my hand. But when I look at hold on, I think we had a cutscene coming up. Yeah.
No.
Good water, good water. The time of my life. I think Yoko has like some special cutscenes or something. What the hell was I talking about? I should probably let him keep that blue herb. He'll probably need it later. Okay, make sure I get everything. But my thing is, as far as like the two routes, right? I don't understand why anybody would take the second route.
May I have it?
Unless you're playing in lone wolf mode or you're playing with other humans and they, you lost the fucking bet or something. I don't see why anybody would do that. It's that bad. It's really just that bad. I don't see why anybody would take that second route over the first one. Like the first one is significantly easier than it's the second route. Like you'll see too. Like the main thing about the first route is the wasp. That's the main thing. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first played,
Somebody help.
All right.
Somebody.
I think
Yes.
David is dying or something. We better save him, or I'm not gonna have anybody with me doing the first round. If I can find him, that is. Get up, dog.
Did you find him?
Good.
Let me make sure I get this ready because he's stubborn. He'll refuse. Come on now. Come on. David, please come here.
David.
Take this. Take this. Come on. Hurry up now. I need you to do that second route for me. You got this, kid. Okay. So now we gotta go to the elevator. But yeah, I don't see why anybody would pick the second route over the first one. Like the first one, like I said, it's the wasps, right? Because again, flying enemies in this game are very difficult to deal with. But the main thing is just run away from them. But they can poison you, unlike crows. And the first time I played this scenario, I had a bit of an issue with the wasp, because not expecting to get poison left and right. 4927. But once I figured it out, I was like, okay, this is really easy. Just make sure that you have like a blue herb or some type of antidote with you, and you're pretty much good to go.
Hey! Did you find anything?
Because if you don't get poisoned, your AI
Here's what
partner definitely is.
David.
I want to make sure like David is prepared.
Hey there.
I want to make sure he's at least a little prepared for this journey. So I'm trying to give him as much as I can.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Did you find any?
Hey!
All right, so now that we activated that, we can go to so B4F is the first route, B2F is the second route, and the third floor, that's where you actually mix the ingredients, but we don't need to go there yet, so we're gonna go to B4F. So when we go to B4F, David is going to disappear soon after. That means that he's off doing the second route.
Wow. What?
Hold up. This might help David a little bit too. All right, hold up.
This is it.
Let's see if he actually mixes them. He dropped the lighter because he can make with the pesticide spray and the lighter, he can make a flamethrower. And instead of making the flamethrower, and he's taking all the blue herbs too. This fucking bitch.
Hey there.
Hold up. Now, David, let me get that.
May I have it?
Make the flamethrower. Protect yourself. Is he gonna? Yeah, he did it. All right. You know, like just so I know he has a chance, right? When he goes down there, I just want to make sure he's gonna be all right. You know, because I don't want to. I don't want to do that shit. All right, so we got enough antidote on us now. So the map.
Later.
He said later, like he knows. So David is going to disappear, and then that means he's taking the second route. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Oh, Kevin's taking the second route. Wow. Okay. I mean, it don't matter to me either way. I think the main thing is though, like, I don't know how their chances of survival are calculated, right? Because it seems like in these scenarios where the AI partners are scripted to do certain events for you, sometimes they survive, sometimes they don't. And so it's like, well, what determines it? Because it's like when they're off screen, like, what are they actually doing, right? Like, is it like just some numbers based calculation whether or not they survive? Is it the amount of like is it the weapons they have? Is it whether or not they have healing items? Like how is it calculated? What decides whether or not they actually survive a scripted event? You know, that doesn't happen on screen. That's what I'm saying.
May I have it?
Like, it's very fascinating to think about.
This is it.
I'm gonna give him this assault rifle because there's another one. There's another one where we're going anyway. Okay, we got plenty of antidote. The main thing is to have at least two. One for him, one for me. I've gotten good enough to the point where, you know, I rarely get poisoned down here. But it'll happen every now and then. But, you know, the worst thing is when Yoko is your AI partner and she gets poisoned. Because, you know, again, she doesn't have a lot of HP. So if she has healing items, if you're using her as a healing item pack mule, she'll run through them if she's poisoned. So you see the wasp over there on the wall. You can go that way, which is faster, or go through here. I always go through here. Takes a bit longer, but you're not in any real danger. And there's a second assault rifle up here too, so why wouldn't you? And I think there's a first aid spray as well. Watch him waste all this ammo. I swear that never ceases to amaze me. The fucking stupidity. The fucking stupidity of these goddamn AI characters, man. It's like, it never gets old. I mean, like, half of those shots were just wasted, period. Like, has he never heard of short control burst? Oh, yeah. Look at that. And still got hit, dummy. Rambo resurrected. That's a Hills Have Eyes 2 reference. I think that's empty. That's the one that, yeah, he just dropped that one. Because he wasted all the fucking bullets. Dummy. I mean, come on now, dude. Like, with teamwork, like, I could shoot him like 2 or 3 times with the handgun, and then you shoot him like 5 times with the assault rifle, right? So, like, you see how we were able to skip past some of the wasps by taking this. I don't see why you wouldn't take the subway train, though. even on hard, like it's not difficult. And anything is better than getting poisoned. Okay. Oh shit. Let me show you how to use this assault rifle. I'm gonna lure him out.
Come here.
Okay.
Come on.
Find it.
Wow. That's how you use a goddamn assault rifle, bitch. Oh shit. I didn't even see her. I knew I heard a female though. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. I guess I could take this. Probably don't really need it though. So when you go to the second route, there's an area that's much like this one, right? But the zombie placement is much more difficult to deal with. I mean, I don't know what it is about that fucking I don't know what it is about that spot, but it's just like I said, it's like every zombie is just put in the worst possible position for the player, and then the camera angles are never in your favor as well. It's really crazy. I think I'm gonna give David the handgun.
May I have?
Hey there.
He's so dumb. Like, why take the folding knife? Like, you have
This
one
is
as a
it.
personal fucking item. You goddamn dummy. Wait, I didn't mean to give him that.
May I have it?
This
Give
is
him the
it.
handgun. Okay. Like, so stupid. He gonna pick up a folding knife when he has the same thing in his personal. Look at that. Look at that backpack. That's called preparation right there. I ain't gonna lie, Yoko is looking like a boss right now. In her little gym outfit. You know, I criticize this game sometimes. Most of it is due to the AI. The AI partner just being fucking retarded, right? You know, but you know, that's again, you know, you work with what you have. It's hard to please both sides as far as like network and single play players, right? It's hard to please everybody when you make a game that's designed around multiple people playing together with other humans, right? Like, just being fair. It's not the easiest thing in the world, so I try not to be too critical. But one thing that I have to give Capcom credit for, you know, I'm always give credit where credit is due, man. When you look at the adjustments they made to single play, as far as to make it easier for players and fair for players who might not be able to play with other players, right? As far as like having the AI do certain objectives and things like that. They didn't have to do that.
This is it.
They really didn't have to do that. Now they dropped the ball in a couple different ways as well. Don't get me wrong, but you know, and he picked it up. See, that's what I'm saying, dog. right as I'm trying to praise Capcom, he does it again. Now, see, if he was smart, he would use the herb to heal because he's in orange caution, right? Use the herb to heal because you're in the orange caution. Then you can pick up your little gay ass knife again. Come on, man. Oh God, I swear. But not just what they did as far as recognizing that they needed to make adjustments for people playing single play, right? Hold up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. But when you look at like when I hear about the changes they made from going from 1 to 2, like, you know, the whole like the whole flying enemy thing and making it easier to hit them and shit like that, it's like, and then allowing players to actually pick. I always forget about him. Allowing players to actually pick who they want on their team every scenario. Again, it's stuff like that, man. Just
Hey.
it just shows that, you know, they were definitely paying attention to the mistakes they made as far as like designing the first game and how they could do certain things better. Okay. Okay. It's crazy how they pretty much have the same puzzle that they had in the previous scenario here. I always just press buttons, like every time. I just keep going, man. You know, it's like, you know, you'll figure it out eventually. So you just don't really worry about it too much. Oh, crap. Took too many tries. I guess it's like trying to get into somebody's cell phone, huh? This is probably the longest it's taken me, bro. Like, it would happen on stream too, right? Normally it does not take this long to figure this shit out, though. But I never bothered to like learn the specific order, right? Because it's so easy. This is the first, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, this is the first time I've ever like done. Oh, there we go. That's the first. I think it's like the first time it's ever happened in a while where it was actually kind of like confusing.
You find it?
It's one of those puzzles. It makes sense the more you just press buttons. Like you start just seeing it, you know, for whatever reason, you see the solution. Like, oh, if I go, wait, at some point it just clicks. Like, wait, what if I do this? Cling, right? But you notice so far, I mean, dude, that goddamn second route, like, there's a part where you gotta like shimmy across the fucking pipe. while there are hunters in the water trying to gobble you up. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, you'll probably never see me play that second route. I hate it with a passion. I really do. It's the zombies. It's the zombies. It's the hunters. And the fact that you have to take extra steps to complete the ingredient. Nah, I'm not feeling that. I'll probably never do that route if I can avoid it. If I was playing with humans, I wouldn't mind. You know, you take one for the team. You might even have a partner with you, right? Pesticide spray. But it's kind of interesting when you think about potentially playing with other people. Like, when you get to this point, how do you decide, like, who like how do you decide who's gonna go try to get the second or first ingredient, and how do you split it up? You know, I would imagine that you, like, just because the second one is more difficult. Whoa, see, there we go. But just because the second one is more difficult, don't worry, the AI instantly teleports to the elevator. I guess the game knew, like, it would be dangerous waiting for him because of the wasp. So this is basically like the worst part of this route right now. But believe it or not, you can get through this whole sequence without getting hit. If you're lucky, and just keep moving. You see, he tried to shoot one and got hit. Like, it's not worth it. And I think they keep respawning anyway. I don't think you can even kill them all. Because you got to think, we're in the fucking... Oh. Got me. Am I poisoned? Nope. You can tell if you're poisoned because your controller will vibrate every, like, 7 seconds or something like that. I guess he just couldn't help himself. But I would think that if you're playing with other people, you probably want to send one person to get this ingredient because this is the easier route, and send 2 people for the harder route. But now that I think about it, damn, like, maybe it was intentionally designed that way, right? Like, maybe it was like, okay, so here's the ingredient right here, right? Bee poison. You just pick it up and go. Like, that's it. Now just make sure you don't get poisoned on the way out. I just got poisoned too. Like, I was just about to say, like, make sure you don't get poisoned on the way out, and I got poisoned. David's getting his ass kicked too. That's hilarious. I get poisoned, like, right as I'm saying it. So, but that's basically it though. Like, that's the first route. Like, it's not that crazy. Okay, I'm poisoned, but I was prepared for it. You know, switch it out. Use it. David, as many times as he got hit, he isn't poisoned. Crazy. I'm tired of him and that fucking folding knife though. I just want to take that shit and jam it in his ugly ass ponytail. That ponytail is so ugly too. I'd probably use him more if he didn't have that damn ponytail. Okay, so what do we got? The ingredient. I probably don't need that flamethrower. At this point in the scenario, zombies and whatnot aren't really a big issue. Now it's all about Thanatos, the boss, pretty much. As you're about to see right now, he's about to go on a killing spree.
Target is closing in. All right.
9mm are useless.
Almost got him.
Hold on.
Calm down. You must give me your blood.
If that was a bazooka, like that would have been it.
Hey, something's wrong.
So, let's regain our distance then. What the?
I wonder why getting his blood drawn pissed him off.
Impressive. I won't underestimate it next time. It must be going to the man. Might as well set it up. Just in case.
Okay. So that was that. So now we're about to link up with the Kevin, who hopefully accomplished his task. I'm not gonna lie. If he died getting it, I'm just gonna reset. I'm not playing either. I'm not doing that fucking that second route. I hate that shit that bad. I'd rather reset and just start over until he gets it right. I'm not playing. So when you play on hard, something that's interesting is that key card isn't there. So you have to go around. You have to go around. Which means you have to go to the bridge. Doesn't sound bad, but the bridge is over water that's full of sharks. Right? With the key card, you can get back in this way. Without it, not so much. So we're gonna try to link up with Kevin. Should be, well, you'll see. You will see. We shouldn't need that card anymore, though. I think I did get hit one time, right?
Hey there.
Oh,
So at this point, Thanatos is going to be pursuing us for pretty much until we're able to complete the serum. Boom. Game froze, of course. PS2 error. Damn. Hey man, it be like that. Sometimes you gotta take one for the team. He's really not that scary though. He's no Mr. X. Maybe like the first time it's a little, trippy, but after that it's like, okay, whatever. Let him get his hits in or whatever. Just make sure you have your healing items ready. Okay, so Kevin should be here. If he's not here, man, I'm gonna be like, I'll look a little bit for him, but then I'll reset. I'm not joking. I'm not doing that second route. I hate that shit so much. I think I hear him though. There you go. And see, he has it. P-base sealed, right? Because you got to put that seal up there
may
in
I
order
have
to
it?
make it work right. But we're still not done. We still have to get the blood sample off of our friend. So yeah, we're doing good though. Everybody has a healing item. There's George. I'll take this. We shouldn't need the antidote. There's one more stupid part where wasps come out of nowhere, but that's about it. It's not really an issue. For me, that is. It'll be an issue for them probably. So let me see. So now we got to get him. Now we have to get the blood sample off of him that that soldier was able to hit him with the blood sample rocket. That's so dumb.
Here's what I'm thinking.
So this part could get pretty crazy to be honest, because now we got to get it off of him. I think you can drop him with regular guns and shit, but it's easier to just shock him than to try to do all that extra shit, trying to shoot him and shit, wasting your bullets.
Hey there.
Is there no way to open
You know,
this?
I was thinking about, like, how do you explain the whole heart being on the outside of his body thing? Like, I've been trying to explain that. Like, if I made Resident Evil, how would I explain the stupidity of that shit?
Hey!
And so I came up with a little bit of headcanon, right? So this is my explanation as
Here's what I'm thinking.
as co-creator of Resident Evil, right? So in creating this creature, of course, like, he's basically a Superman mutant, a super mutant man, whatever order you want to put that in. And so essentially all of, like, his body is operating at a level beyond any other creature on the planet. And so again, this is my head canon. This is my excuse. Oh shit, I thought he was gonna come from the top. Damn. Okay. Oh, he's close. He's close. He's gonna. Yep. Got him. Okay. There we go.
Come here.
I went the wrong way anyway.
Hey, you.
But yeah, my explanation is that in order for his body to actually work, he needs a larger heart, a much larger heart than normal, to, like, properly pump blood and keep his organs functioning correctly. That's basically my head canon. Or, like, again, if I created Resident Evil and anybody asks, like, why is his heart, like, he needed an abnormally large super heart, and because doing early testing with a regular size heart, his body just couldn't. His body just simply couldn't handle it. That's a dog, by the way. One of the few times you'll see a dog in this game. Oh shit. He might bust through a wall here too. So get ready for that. But in the process of making, like, his large heart, it ended up, like, mutating outside of his body. That's my headcanon. Of course, that's all bullshit that I just made up, but I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, he just bust through a wall there. I'm just saying, it's like, that's something that always I was curious about. Like, is his heart outside of his body by design? Or is it just, like, some type of unintentional mutation? And it's like, it's one thing when you look at Tyrant, right? Like maybe it was an unintentional mutation, right? Like just an unintended side effect that ended up being one of his weaknesses, right? Heart outside of the body ain't exactly something you want on your super weapon, your super bio weapon, right? But then when you look at Thanatos, like he has the same design. Heart outside of the body. So at that point, you got to wonder, okay, is this just by design? Is this just the intentional? Like, does this give them some sort of like advantage on the battlefield? Like, what is it? I always wonder, like, why is that hole there? Okay.
Idiot.
There!
Yeah. Here's what I'm
I'm trying to get him to pick up these handgun bullets. But he ain't doing it. Whatever. I ain't gonna lie, that like Kevin was shanking the hell out of that. He was shanking the hell out of that damn Thanatos with that little knife. That's how you do it, David. You can learn a thing or two from Kevo.
I don't know.
Let's see.
What happened?
All right, so now we're gonna actually create the daylight serum. Now the daylight serum is interesting because you can, when you fight Thanatos' final form, you can use it to instantly kill him, making the boss fight very trivial. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So
Hey!
there we go. Five minutes later, laboratory. I wonder, like, what's behind.
Hey there.
Yes, somebody turned the power out. By the way, that's what happened. I wonder what's behind the decision to not allow the player to select their own partners. I wonder, was it an oversight, or did they think it would be too exploitable? Like, given how dumb the AI is, it pretty much would only make sense to ever use like Mark or Kevin for your partners, to be honest. I'm glad he dropped that knife. He knew to drop the knife, unlike David.
Hey!
I'm taking that goddamn knife.
May I have it?
I'm taking that knife from David. I don't give a fuck, man.
This
I'm
is
not
it.
gonna allow you to embarrass yourself like that anymore. Okay, let's go. But yeah, I wonder, like, was it an oversight or was it like intentional? Like, we don't want them just being able to pick Mark and Kevin every time. Two partners who start with guns and have a lot of HP. Because that negates a lot of, not a lot, but it negates some of the issues and weaknesses of the AI.
Monitoring your progress from here. I am grateful for your assistance. Daylight is it. The only resource against the T-virus. I cannot give it over to Umbrella. They're the ones responsible for the catastrophe which has befallen the city. In retrospect, that entire T project was a total disaster. Brute force should not be the only criterion for a weapon. It must also be beautiful, unique, and godlike. You will also assist me. You're going to play with my ultimate creation. Yoko, it's been 2 years. Oh, but you might not know that. After all, what happened was so terrible. I think you'd want to erase it from your memory.
I love this part so much.
Farewell. Almost time.
Okay. I love that death. Like it's not the fact that he shot him; it's how he shot him, like through the top of the head, and so cleanly too. Okay, so now it's rush time.
What's this?
We got to turn the power back on,
Hey!
and the incubator. I mean, release the locks and turn on the incubator. We're not going that way, guys. We got to get the daylight serum. We're not going that way. So yeah, with the daylight serum, you can kill the Thanatos in one shot, but that's in his like his third and final form, basically. But you'll see what I mean when we get there. Right now, it's all about getting the hell out of here.
Here's what I'm thinking.
I never healed. Okay, I always take 2 just in case. Well, actually, I'll use 1 to get the virus out of my body. Alright, so I want 1 more just in case. I always get a backup because you don't want to miss that shot and then you got to beat him for real.
Hey!
Because he's pretty tough. And you have plenty of time, don't worry about it. I think that timer is just meant to make sure like everybody gets in position. Because as weird as it might sound, you might have somebody who's still in the goddamn sewers or something, fighting a giant spider. Yoko looks so badass with that assault rifle. I ain't gonna lie, the outfit and the assault rifle combined, like kawaii anime shit. But this is a very good scenario. I can't lie. It's such a wild ride, you know.
Hey there.
Like, especially if you do both routes, which I'm not gonna do, but still, you know. Because if you had to do both routes, like, that would mean that you have like basically 4 significant parts to this whole scenario, right? Getting the blue and red gems, then getting the V poison ingredient, then getting the other ingredient from the second route, and then you got to face off against Thanatos. Watch this. That's so funny. He walks into the fucking room and then I'm walking out like, see ya. I believe in the second game, from what I heard, you can't do that anymore. Like, if a zombie or something is coming into the room and you try to run past them or like leave, like they'll actually hit you or you'll receive damage or something. So, I don't know how I feel about that change. I don't know. Like, it makes sense, obviously. So, I can't really be mad about it, but I gotta actually play it. I haven't played Fallout 2 in a long while. It's been a long time since I played Fallout 2. Okay. Don't you just love escape sequences, especially ones that give you like 2 minutes too much time? But like I said, I don't think this is about trying to kill you or challenge you. It's about making sure everybody's where they need to be. Oh God, he's coming! That's crazy. But he won't follow you outside. Once you get to the back square, you're good. You just gotta wait it out. I checked the sound of the previous episode as far as my mic, and it sounds good. It sounds like basically the same, which I'm very happy about, because that pop filter, the one I had before, was, I mean, it worked, but it was like it was the way it was positioned, the way it was, like, sometimes it would get in the way of my vision. And when I would do like webcam streams, like showing my face, it would cover up like too much of my handsome face. But this pop screen that just slips over the mic is just so much better. It looks cleaner. Like, this is just great. I'm glad everything worked out. Yeah, these are the topics when you gotta wait 2 minutes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just like get myself at full health though. Might seem a little wasteful, but we're doing very well. Man, there's a green herb right there. I could have just used that. There's 2 of them too. Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I think I might try to beat him without using the daylight serum, because we got an arsenal, man. We could beat him without even using it. And if we don't have enough, I can still pull it out. But I think I'm gonna go for it. Like, I'm feeling gutsy right now. We got plenty of resources, health, all that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it, man. But so now we're about to fight Thanatos, the boss. But he has 2 forms. You got to fight him twice. The first form you can't kill with the daylight serum because you don't have the ampoule gun. You only find that during his final final form. But there's a bazooka, there's a rocket launcher that's hidden in the stage. So essentially, that guy look like George Foreman. So essentially, for both forms, there's a way to one hit kill him. The first form, or rather his second form, really, because the first form is when he's pursuing you. The second form is the first fight.
Is anyone down there?
And the third form is the second fight.
We're here to get you out.
But you can defeat his second form with the rocket launcher and the third form with the daylight serum
We don't have much time.
by shooting it into him. So, but I'm gonna try to beat him straight this time because we're all in good health and they have ammo and I got ammo and healing items. Like, I think we can do it. I think we can pull it off. It'll be more satisfying and more climactic. I think. I'm doing it for the culture, basically. So I hate this part right here, though. Like, Wasp out of nowhere, right? And it's like, for what? Like, I get the idea, right? It's like the explosion might have released some Wasp or something. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not lost on that, but you could just not do that too. Because imagine if a player got poisoned or something, and then they don't have any like blue herbs or antidotes on them. I just think it was a very asshole thing to do.
Oh,
But maybe they did it to keep the players moving too. That's, maybe that's it. Because when you're making an online game, you got to have some type of like limiting factor to keep the players from being able to play infinitely, right? Maybe the bees are that. I mean, the wasps are that. Man, over the summer, I've seen some humongous wasps in my backyard. Like some crazy shit. Like some real scary shit. Like some horror movie shit. I'll be working out in the backyard and then I'll like run in the house when I see them. I'm not joking either. Like I've seen some big wasps that were like, I mean, they just look, whatever type of poison they got or sting, I bet that bitch is potent. So this is the first Thanatos fight. Yoko got a little butt back there though, I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna go for the rocket launcher because as you can see, he mutated. He lost an arm too. Imagine him with 2 arms. It seems like in Resident Evil, like when the mutants get injured severely, they tend to mutate. Oh shit, he jumped way over there. I'm glad too. Yeah, fuck with them. So here is where the rocket launcher is hidden. You gotta shoot the door off. And there you go. But I think I'm gonna drop the handgun. But you only got one shot. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow up Thanatos. They lighting him up too, wasting ammo. David got poisoned too. Fucking idiot. Okay. You only got one shot, man. I got him. That explosion was so ugly though. Barely satisfying, but we got it. I was a little worried. You gotta be careful because he has that jump attack. He'll jump in the air and then stomp down on the ground. But we're gonna try to beat him straight this time. my hand, like my biggest fear playing this game, like recording it, is skipping a cutscene because you know I played these scenarios so much. I'm at the point where I just skip all the cutscenes. So, and right then, like my thumb was like molesting that start button. I remember when I first played this scenario, I thought that was it. Like I knew it, something in the back of your head is like, nah, it's not. But I was hoping that was it, and then I saw this, I was like, God. And I think I died too. That was the worst thing about it. Like I think I made it all the way here, and then I couldn't beat him. I think I had ran out of ammo completely, and I didn't know about the daylight serum being able to one-shot him. So I was basically fucked. That attack, his arm attacks have ridiculous range. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Cause I'm Yoko. That shit got crazy range. Don't get it twisted. Is that it? Am I out? Damn. Okay. Oh God, that's why I hate this goddamn grenade launcher sometimes. Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna hit me. That might hit me. Yeah, it's that bad. That range is crazy on that goddamn thing. Oh shit, multiple stomps. I'm hoping he don't come for me. Okay. Completely missed. I just heard straight zoosh. Okay. Oh, how many shots have I missed with this damn thing? Okay, he's coming down. Is it the multi? Nah. Got him. Okay. Yeah, I decided to just go ahead and kill him the straight way. Because we had plenty of resources, and I knew they would be shooting him with the handgun, so why not? The destruction of Raccoon City.
Is there a secret hiding inside me?
Yoko, it's been 2 years. Oh, but you might not know that.
If so, I can't run away from it. This is finally something hopeful. I have to see this through to the end.
Yeah. Got the virus out of your system. And got 2 samples of the daylight serum. You're a hero, Yoko. I think I chose my characters perfectly as far as like each scenario. When I do the hard mode playthrough though, I'm gonna just use one character. I think I'm gonna just use Alyssa. And just take the good with the bad, you know, instead of trying to be flexible and use like the characters like best for that particular scenario. So that was Resident Evil Outbreak. You know, I bought this game maybe like a year ago, close to a year ago, give or take. And like I said, this isn't the first time I played this. I had this game when I was a teenager, and I played it, quite a bit. I played it about the normal amount of time I would say I played it about the normal amount of time that you would play a video game. But I also remember that I cheated quite a bit. I had like an action replay, so I was able to unlock all the costumes and shit like that. So, but I didn't beat the game. That's one thing I remember. I was never able to. I don't think I was ever able to beat the last 3 scenarios. I was able to beat 1 and 2, but I don't think I was ever able to beat. Maybe I beat the 3rd one, but definitely not Hellfire and Decisions. I never could figure those out. I always got stuck because of like the puzzles or whatever. And I was just bad at video games back then. But having gone back and played it recently, again, I kind of played it in like 2 different periods, right? Like, again, I bought it like a year ago, and when I bought it, I was playing the shit out of it. Stop, and now that I can stream, stream and record PS2 footage, this is one of the top games I want to do, and that's what I've done. But one thing I realized going back to this game is that I love this game. This is one of my favorite Resident Evil games, and when I look at just the amount of time I've put into this game in both of those like sessions, again, when I first bought it a year ago and now, man, like, it really says something. I think out of all the Resident Evil games, I think I might have put the most time into this one. If I had to get like either this one or maybe like Resident Evil 4. Now, I'm not saying like the amount of time I put into it determines its quality, but it does say something about like its replayability, right? Because that's what Resident Evil 4 had too, was like fantastic replayability. And this game has that as well, because you have 8 characters who are very unique from each other. So, even though the game only has 5 scenarios, the scenario is different based on not just the difficulty that you select, but also which character you select and the abilities that you have at your disposal, and them different characters being able to deal with different challenges, better or worse than the others. But yeah, man, this game, I really love Resident Evil Outbreak. And I feel like having, gone be above and beyond, right? As far as doing the things I didn't need to do, like playing on hard, finding the special items to unlock costumes, grinding for points to actually buy the costumes, and unlocking like the other NPC characters, and seeing how they're different from even the characters that they're based on. This game just has so much to offer, and I've enjoyed it immensely, much more than I thought I would, to be honest. Like, I liked the game when I first played it years ago when I was a teenager, but now I feel like I have a true appreciation for it. Now it's very rough around the edges, like I said before, but overall I think this is one of the best Resident Evil games, in my opinion. This is one of the best ones. This is one of the best Resident Evil games. It's different. It's better in certain ways. It's worse in certain ways. But overall, I think this is one of the best ones. And I think that part of the magic of this game is the time of its release, right? When you look at this is a game that sticks quite closely to the original Resident Evil formula as far as like fixed camera angles, tank controls, and whatnot. They got rid of the pre-rendered backgrounds for the most part. I think the backgrounds are mostly like 3D, but other than that, it sticks to the formula. But you can see how they evolved it, right? And like as far as like each character having their own like animation for holding the gun and shooting the gun, right? Yoko shoots the gun like an inexperienced, a female college student would, compared to Kevin, who, is able to, who aims and shoots like a police officer. David, who's like this maverick badass, he shoots it with one arm extended out. Shit like that. You got to appreciate that. And also just like how each character has their own like running animation. Their idle animations are different and more like realistic compared to like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, where the character just stands straight up with the shotgun in their hand, right? You see how they evolved the original formula. Everything from like the character models being more dynamic in how they stand and walk and shoot and things like that. And man, it's just, and then the addition of like different abilities as well, right? Outside of just, okay, Jill has a lockpick, Chris has a lighter, different characters have dodges and kicks and things like that. And you gotta appreciate it as a Resident Evil fan, seeing, because I think this game is really special, because it's like, it's truly the last great Resident Evil game that of the original blueprint, of the original formula, that Resident Evil 1 put on the map, and that influenced many horror games for years to come. This is the last one that really stuck to that. So you gotta appreciate that. Like, this is like, like this is that formula in its final form. It's kind of odd because, again, this it being supposed to be like an online game, right? So it's not exactly what you may have wanted to be, but still, it's this is like the last great Resident Evil game of the original blueprint, of the original formula.
Results. It's been 6 months, but the number's still the same. There's no way people could sustain life there.
Not humans, no.
Sir, there's a call for you from the head office.
Put it through.
We'll start at noon as scheduled. Is everything ready?
Yes, we'll be dropping 2 for each, beginning with sample T4. The rest will follow at 15-minute intervals.
I could never understand this. Like, why are they why are they in the center of the ruins of Raccoon City? What a tragedy. I mean, obviously, but damn, it's... Sometimes I don't really think much about the scale of what happens when you destroy a small city like that. 3,450 points. Okay, so that was Resident Evil Outbreak. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I can't wait to play Outbreak 2, but I'm kind of worried, right? Like, because I remember when I had it. I do remember when I had it. I didn't really think of it much differently than how I thought of Outbreak 1. But back then, I wasn't really as like observant and analytical of the games I was playing as well. So now, like, what would my experience be with it? And then I saw that the Metacritic score for 2 is like 50 something, and 1 is like 71 or something. So it's like, wait a minute, like, what's going on here? Like, I know these games are kind of low key, but there's no way like there was a significant drop in quality. I don't remember it being like significantly worse than the first one. So I'm curious now to go back to the second one next and see, how it got worse and how it got better. Would I enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed the first one, having gone back to it now? But also before that, because that game is kind of expensive, I'm gonna do a hard playthrough of this game. I don't know when. I got to get myself psyched up for it, but we are gonna do that. So stay tuned, and yeah, Johnny.